faculty members, sponsors, friends of PolyU, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Celia. I'll be the MC of tonight, and also I'm graduate from PolyU. On behalf of the Faculty of Business, we would like to extend our warmest welcome to you all for joining us in the DBA 30th anniversary dinner. Thank you for joining us and coming to Hong Kong. Thank you. Welcome for joining us tonight in this celebratory dinner. 咁多位嘉賓、各位嘅校友、各位教職員、贊助我哋理大嘅咁多位好朋友，大家晚上好。我係今晚嘅司儀，我叫做 Celia 雅芝，我亦都係理大嘅畢業生。咁首先代表理大商學院歡迎咁多位蒞臨理工大學工商管理博士 DBA 課程30週年慶典晚宴。各位嘉賓、校友、教職員，還有我們的理大的朋友贊助。 大家晚上好，我是今天晚會的主持人Celia雅芝，我也是理大的畢業生。我謹代表理大商學院感謝各位蒞臨出席理大工商管理博士 DBA 課程30週年慶典晚宴。Tonight we gather to celebrate 30 years of achievement and to look ahead to how the DBA will continue shaping business leadership in Hong Kong and beyond. 今晚咧，我哋濟濟一堂，唔單止為咗慶祝 DBA 課程喺過去30年嘅輝煌成就，更加係同大家共同展望未來，探討理大 DBA 點樣繼續引領香港乃至係全球嘅商業領導力發展。今晚我們齊聚一堂，不單是為了慶祝 DBA 過去30載的輝煌成就，也是為了共同展望未來，探討理大 DBA 如何繼續引領香港乃至全球的領導力發展。Now, to kick off tonight's program, may I welcome our guest of honor, the Honourable Paul Chan Mao Paul, GBM GBS MHJP, Financial Secretary of the Government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, to march in with PolyU officers. 請大家以最熱烈嘅掌聲歡迎我哋嘅主禮嘉賓。 香港特別行政區政府財政司司長陳茂波大紫荊婚宴 GBSMH 太平紳士同理大校方代表一同進場。請大家以熱烈的掌聲歡迎主禮嘉賓香港特別行政區政府財政司司長陳茂波大紫荊勳言 GBSMH 太平紳士與理大校方代表一同進場。 歡迎我哋咁多位主禮嘉賓 ，Welcome our guests of honor， 亦都歡迎我哋理大嘅咁多位校方代表，歡迎主禮嘉賓，也歡迎我們理大的校方代表進場。Please be seated， 請咁多位可以先行就座，請各位先行就座。 Tonight, we are deeply honored to have our distinguished guests with us. Our guest of honor, the Honourable Paul Chan Mao Paul, GBM GBS MHJP, Financial Secretary of the Government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. 我哋再一次歡迎今晚嘅主禮嘉賓，香港特別行政區政府財政司司長陳茂波大紫荊婚宴 GBSMH 太平紳士。 再次歡迎主禮嘉賓，香港特別行政區政府財政司司長陳茂波大紫荊勳言 GBSMH 太平紳士。We also extend a warm welcome to Professor Jin Guangtan, the President of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University。歡迎理大香港理工大學校長滕錦光教授，歡迎香港理工大學校長滕錦光教授。當然唔少得。 Let's welcome our Dean, Engineer Professor T.C. Edwin Ching。歡迎理大商學院院長馮耀敬永亨銀行工商管理教授鄭大超教授。歡迎理大商學院院長馮耀敬永亨銀行工商管理教授鄭大钊教授。 And also extend our warmest welcome to our senior faculty members, our valued sponsors, and also all of our distinguished guests and alumni. Your presence makes this celebratory dinner truly special. 亦都請大家用掌聲歡迎我哋咁多位嘅資深嘅教職員、我哋嘅贊助、我哋咁多位嘅嘉賓校友，歡迎大家今晚出席，讓我哋今晚嘅晚宴蓬蓽生輝。 也再次感謝各位資深的教職員、贊助和嘉賓，感謝各位出席。Allow me to briefly outline the flow of tonight's program. We'll begin with a keynote speech by our guest of honor, and then we will have a toast to mark the milestone we have gathered to celebrate. And the president of PolyU will then share his remarks, and we will have a panel discussion exploring AI and Web3. After the panel discussion, we'll hear congratulatory remarks from our dean before the dinner is served. Last but not the least, we will have our diamond and gold sponsors to the stage for a group picture. 咁稍後咧，我哋將會邀請今晚嘅主禮嘉賓陳茂波司長為我哋發表主旨演講。之後咧，我哋就會進行一個隆重嘅祝酒儀式，共同紀念30週年呢個咁重要嘅里程碑。 咁緊接住咧，我哋會邀請理大校長滕錦光教授為我哋致歡迎詞。咁隨後咧，我哋就會進入今晚嘅重點環節，專題研討，一齊探討人工智能 AI 同埋 Web3 嘅技術。咁喺研討會之後，我哋嘅院長鄭大超教授將會發表賀詞，晚宴亦都會正式展開。咁享用頭盤之後咧，我哋就會邀請鑽石同埋黃金贊助嚟到台上同我哋合照，感謝佢哋對 DBA 課程嘅鼎力支持。 那稍後我們將會邀請主禮嘉賓陳茂波司長為我們發出主旨演講，隨後將會進行隆重的祝酒儀式，共同紀念30週年這個重要的里程碑。緊接着，理大校長滕錦光教授為我們發表致辭，隨後我們將會進入今天晚上的重點環節，專題研討，探討人工智能 AI 和 Web3 的技術。研討會之後，院長 鄭大钊教授將會發表賀詞，晚宴也會正式開始。在享用頭盤以後，我們將會邀請鑽石以及黃金贊助到台上合影，以感謝他們對 DBA 課程的鼎力支持。Now, it's my great honor to invite the guest of honor to deliver the keynote address. The Honourable Paul Bo, GBM, GBS, MHJP, Financial Secretary of the Government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Let's welcome our guest of honor. 請各位以熱烈掌聲歡迎主禮嘉賓，香港特別行政區政府財政司司長陳茂波大紫荊勳爺 GBS MH 太平紳士。我哋掌聲歡迎主禮嘉賓，香港特別行政區政府財政司司長陳茂波大紫荊勳爺 GBS MH 太平紳士為我哋發表主旨演講，有請司長。
唔該晒。Yeah, thank you. Professor 滕錦光, Professor Evan Zhang, DBA alumni and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is a pleasure to be here tonight to celebrate the 30th anniversary of PolyU's DBA program. Founded in 1996, it was the first of its kind in Hong Kong, and it remains to this day the largest DBA community in the city and across the mainland. Building a community of scholar leaders over 3 decades is no more feat. My warmest congratulations to everyone who has contributed to this achievement. DBA program is an endeavor to bridge rigorous research with real-world applications, translating ideas into decisions that move businesses and societies forward. Tonight's theme, From Ideas to Impact, perfectly captures the spirit that has defined this program from the very beginning. I'm particularly pleased to see that tonight's panel will explore how AI and Web3 are turning ideas into business and societal impact, with a focus spanning supply chain management, digital asset infrastructure, and robotics. The breadth of that agenda reflects the true scope of transformation before us, and it is a transformation we must confront with the utmost attention. Let's take a moment to reflect on how technology and innovation have transformed business and commerce. Back to 1996, the year this program was born, the internet was in its infancy. Mobile phone was the size of a water bottle. Data was scarce resources. Business strategy often about optimizing within known boundaries, how to produce more efficiently, distribute more widely, price more competitively. What we have witnessed since then is not incremental improvement, but the rewriting of the grammar of commerce. Consider this. We used to buy a CD, now we stream. We used to purchase software, now we subscribe. We used to own the things that we rely on, but increasingly, ownership has evolved into greater emphasis on getting access. Products have become platforms. And value is no longer created solely within individual companies. It emerges across ecosystems where capital, talent, and data flow across organizational boundaries, supported by interoperable systems, digitalization, and sophisticated logistics. Today, we have entered the age of AI, a moment more far-reaching and more disruptive than everything that came before. The challenge is no longer simply about adopting new tools. It is about recalibrating the way we think and doing so with urgency. First, AI is compressing the distance between insight and action. A strategist might once have spent months analyzing market data before moving, but an AI agent today monitors market surveillance, market sentiments in real time, stimulates scenarios, and recommend courses of action, or even sometimes have them executed, all at once. The bottleneck is no longer information, but our ability to direct machines with precision and to verify and act on what they present. Second, AI is redrawing the architecture of value chains. Middle layers that were justified previously by their ability to coordinate and process, now being compressed. At the same time, new intermediary roles are emerging. Data curators, model trainers, compliance architects. I suspect many of you are quietly asking yourselves, in the new organizational structures that are taking shape, where do I stand? Will I still sit at a nook that adds value? For Hong Kong, these shifts carry particular weight. As an international financial center and a super value adder, our competitive edge has long rested on intermediation in capital, information, markets, and talent. AI will change and challenge each of these roles, but it also gives us the opportunity to reinvent ourselves and move forward. This brings me to the core message I would like to leave with you tonight. The opportunities ahead are enormous, but they will not materialize on their own. They require purposeful, coordinated action among business, academia, and the government. I want to highlight 3 areas where our collective leadership can make a decisive difference. First, the digital workforce. The conversation about AI and jobs tend to focus on displacement, on what AI will take away. But that is only one side of the story. The more important question is what AI makes possible. Businesses need digital employees to scale what they do. Employees need digital assistants to keep them focused on what they do best. AI agents, if deployed well, can become a genuine extension of both. They can absorb the repetitive, the routine, and the administrative, so that human energy can be directed to where it matters most: judgment, relationships, and creative problem solving. But none of this works if the gains stays at the top. When AI doubles what a team can produce, the people who made this possible need to feel it in their salaries, in their roles, in their prospects. That is how virtuous circles begins. Companies that share the gains through new skills, new responsibilities, and better rewards will not just outperform their peers. They will be the ones that can attract and keep the best people. Second, the human-machine relationship. In the future, much of the information that companies produce, press releases, annual reports, regulatory filings, even research papers, may be written, processed, and read primarily by AI systems, with humans as secondary audience. When machines become the primary intermediaries of information between organizations, what matters is not just what you communicate, but whether your systems can communicate with theirs. Interoperability becomes the new baseline requirement. But alongside that shift comes an equally important truth: distinctly human skills, curation, verification, ethical judgment become more valuable, not less, precisely because they are what machines cannot be trusted to do alone. The question is whether our institutions, our training systems, and our habits can adapt quickly enough to ride on this development. Third, AI literacy. We must treat AI literacy as a societal imperative. In this year's budget, we outline significant investment in computing infrastructure, the AI Plus strategy, and providing AI training for all. But government effort alone will not be enough. We need a coalition of employers, educational institutions, professional bodies, chambers of commerce, and trade unions to build AI capabilities at every level of the workforce. The history of technology tells us that the fruits of innovation tend to concentrate before they spread, accruing first to innovators and those who own capital, and reaching workers and communities only much later. The STEAM era followed that pattern. So did the early internet. AI presents us with a rare opportunity to do better because it can empower even the ordinary people. When a small business owner can deploy a digital agent to handle customer inquiries round the clock, when a nurse can spend less time on paperwork and more time at the bedside, when a teacher can tailor lessons to every student in the classroom, that is the moment productivity becomes prosperity. That is the transformation towards which we should build. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 years ago, PolyU had the foresight to create a program that would turn experienced executives into scholar leaders, people who think critically, research rigorously, and act decisively. That foresight is worth more today than it has ever been. The world does not lack ideas. What it often needs is the capacity to turn ideas into impact, to move from concept to execution, from pilot to scale, from individual achievement to collective progress. Tonight is therefore a celebration and a call to action. A celebration of what this program and its remarkable community have built across 3 decades, and a call to all of us to ensure that the transformation underway is pursued with ambition, guided by responsibility, and designed to benefit the many, not just the few. That is the future worth building together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our guest of honor. Please remain on stage. 我哋感謝司長嘅發言，請繼續留步為我哋主持祝酒儀式。下面我們有請司長繼續留步為我們主持祝酒儀式。Now, may I also invite our officiating guests to the stage and lead us in celebratory toast. 下面我們有請以下的主禮嘉賓移步到台，為我們主持祝酒儀式。咁接住落嚟，我哋有請以下嘅主禮嘉賓移步到台上，為我哋主持祝酒儀式。May I invite Professor 滕錦光？我哋有請滕錦光教授，有請校長，有請滕錦光教授，有請校長到台。繼續有請 May we now invite Professor Edwin Cheng？ 我哋有請鄭大超教授嚟到台上，掌聲歡迎鄭大超教授。And now may we invite Professor Christopher Chow？ 我哋有請趙宇恒教授，有請趙宇恒教授。And Dr. Ben Lau， 有請劉文標博士，有請劉文標博士。Professor Jeffrey Shen， 有請沈其平教授，有請沈其平教授。And Professor 易顯洪，我哋有請洪易顯教授，有請洪易顯教授。And may I also invite Professor Raymond Wong， 有請黃禮文教授，有請黃禮文教授。Before we make a toast, I would like to invite our guests on stage to take a group picture. 咁喺我哋正式祝酒之前呢，都邀請大家攞住酒杯，我哋先影一張合照。在正式祝酒以前，請我們台上嘉賓拿起酒杯，我們先拍一張的合影。May I invite our guests on stage to look towards our official cameraman at the center and take a group picture. 咁請大家望向我哋中間嘅鏡頭，請大家看看我們中間的大會攝影師，我們先來一張的合影。And may I also invite our guests to have your glass ready on hand and join us for the toast. 咁邀請大家都攞起你嘅酒杯，準備喺3聲之後同我哋共同舉杯。請各位準備好您的酒杯，3聲之後我們共同舉杯。Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Yes, let's start. 3, 2, 1, cheers to the PolyU DBA community. Let's dedicate this toast to a fresh idea, lasting influence, and the next 30 years of success. Let's celebrate the 30th anniversary of the PolyU DBA program. 讓我哋為理大 DBA 社群共同乾杯，亦都願我哋一齊攜手，以創新嘅思維、深遠嘅影響力及未來30年嘅卓越成就，共同努力。我哋一齊咧共同慶祝理大 DBA 課程成立30週年。咁接住落嚟咧，我哋會影一張嘅全場大合照嘅，咁邀請大家咧可以移步嚟到台下，我哋會影一張全場嘅大合照。Now we will have a group picture with all of our audience here。下面我們會拍一張的大合影，請各位可以移步到台前就座。讓我們共同慶祝理大 DBA 課程成立30週年這個共同慶賀的日子。And before we take this group picture, we have prepared a souvenir for all of you. That is a DBA 30th anniversary pin you may find in the souvenir pack. You will now take it out and put it on your clothes and join us for this group picture. 咁喺我哋正式開始呢張大合照之前呢，我哋都準備咗個嘅小禮物送俾大家，就係 DBA 30週年嘅襟章，大家都可以喺紀念品包嗰度攞佢出嚟。帶上埋呢個嘅襟章，咁讓我哋咧共同記錄呢個重要嘅時刻。那請大家在紀念品包裡面呢，也可以取出 DBA 30週年的紀念襟章，讓我們以這個小小的紀念，共同見證以及慶祝這個重要的里程碑。咁等大家咧帶好呢個襟章之後咧，我哋就共同合照，一齊見證同埋慶祝呢個咁重要嘅時刻。So this is a small token to help us commemorate this special milestone together. 咁大家咧帶好襟章之後咧，我哋就可以望一望我哋中間嘅大會攝影師啦。咁我哋咧喺台面上面都有唔同嘅道具嘅喎，大家都可以攞埋道具一齊影呢一張嘅合照嘅。係啦，我哋台面上都有啲嘅道具都可以咧送俾我哋嘅嘉賓們攞起咧去影呢張嘅大合照。係，我哋台面嘅道具，大家可以隨便攞嚟影相嘅。So there is some props on this table. You may also take it to take this group picture. 桌面上面我們也有不同的道具，大家也可以拿取道具，我們一起來拍這一張的合影。好了，我們後方的朋友，大家也準備好，看看我們台上的大會攝影師，我們一起來一張的合影。大家咧都攞起我哋不同嘅道具啦，一齊望望我哋中間嘅大會攝影師嚟影呢一張嘅大合照嘅。Okay, have your big smile ready, props on hand, pin on your gloves. Ready? Please look at official cameraman. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile! Happy birthday to DBA program! Wow, thank you all of our alumni and guests. Let's wave our hands， 我們揮揮手，共同慶賀 DBA 課程30週年這個重要的時刻，非常之開心嘅一刻啊！我哋一齊咧呢一張嘅大合照，亦都係記錄低 DBA 課程喺過去30年嘅輝煌成就。And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to invite the President of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University to address us. Professor Jin Guangtan has long supported the DBA program and its goal of equipping leaders with both academic insights and practical visions. 咁接住落嚟咧，我哋會邀請香港理工大學校長滕錦光教授嚟到台上為我哋致辭。滕教授一直鼎力支持工商管理博士課程，致力於培養理論與實踐兼備嘅領袖。那下面我們將會有請香港理工大學校長滕錦光教授為我們致辭。掌聲歡迎滕教授。Please join me in welcoming Professor Tan to on stage and share his remarks with us. 歡迎校長為我哋致辭，掌聲歡迎。
尊敬的陳茂波師長，I should use English, huh? and distinguished guests, business leaders, colleagues, alumni, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Because I shouted loud enough so you actually understood. It's a privilege to join you on this special occasion where we celebrate the 30th anniversary of PolyU's DBA program offered by our Faculty of Business. Now 30 years is a long time because I have been at PolyU only for 31 years. So let me begin by extending our sincere gratitude to Mr. Paul Chen, Financial Secretary, for graciously serving as our guest of honor, and he has just kindly delivered a very important keynote speech. At this dinner, I would like to briefly reflect on how PolyU prepares students for success in a rapidly changing world. These reflections speak to our mission as a university to pursue excellence, to serve community, and to prepare graduates who can contribute with responsibility, innovation, and vision. At PolyU, one of our most important objectives is to cultivate a deep sense of social responsibility among our students. Professional knowledge and academic competence, however important, are not enough on their own. Our students must also have the desire to apply their expertise for the greater good of society. This commitment to social responsibility is embedded in PolyU's motto, to learn and to apply for the benefit of mankind. Another key objective is to be truly world-class, delivering the teaching and research of the highest international standards. The university's international ranking has risen to 54th in the QS World University Rankings from beyond the 100 in the last 5 or 6 years. And our sights are now firmly set on breaking into the global top 50. So you have to watch out for the ranking announcement this year in June to see whether we can make it. Moreover, in the latest Times Higher Education subject ranking, we are very proud that the business faculty, or the area of business and economics, we were ranked 25th in the world and number 1 in Hong Kong. So maybe you should give a round of applause to the dean and all the members of the faculty. This is not easy because we have many other universities who are equally excellent. So keep up your good work. If you, next time you become number 2 in Hong Kong, we will have some punishment. Since we now have a gathering of business leaders tonight, I would also like to add that Hong Kong is uniquely positioned to advance innovation and business development. As a dynamic testing ground for new ideas, Hong Kong serves as a springboard for companies to go into mainland China and the global markets, where innovations can be piloted, refined, and scaled. At PolyU, we contribute to this mission through our network of mainland translational research institutes, where we translate innovative research and ideas into real-world solutions that meet industrial and societal needs in cities across the country, further integrating PolyU and Hong Kong into the nation's innovation ecosystem. At the same time, innovation must be guided by perspective. Hong Kong's role as a unique bridge between China and the world calls for leaders who are deeply rooted in the nation while remaining open to the world. At PolyU, that is why we nurture graduates with a strong sense of national pride and a global perspective. The spirit of innovation, excellence, and a global outlook has also guided the DBA program over the past 30 years. As the first professional doctorate in business administration launched in Hong Kong, it has shaped generations of accomplished leaders over the decades, and I'm confident that it will continue to do so for years to come. So before I close, I would like to mention another important milestone on the horizon. In 2027, PolyU will celebrate the 90th anniversary, and we will launch a series of commemorative events beginning in November 2025 to mark this very important historic occasion. I warmly invite all of you to join us in the celebrations ahead. With that said, I offer my warmest congratulations on the DBA program's success and wish you all a most memorable evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Tan. 感谢滕校长的致辞 ，and congratulations to PolyU for the milestones we achieved. 恭喜理大一连串的里程，谢谢，恭喜我们理大非常大的进步，还有非常好的成绩。And before we move on to the next item, we would like to thank our guest of honor, the Honourable Paul Chan, for joining us tonight from his very busy schedule. 我们再次以掌聲感謝司長今天的到來。多謝司長今日喺百忙之中抽空嚟臨我哋嘅活動。Professor Tan and dinner host Professor Cheng will see the Financial Secretary of Now。我哋而家有請理大校長滕錦光教授同埋晚宴主辦人鄭大超教授陪同財政司司長離場。我哋再次用掌聲感謝司長。现在有请理大校长滕锦光教授以及晚宴主办人郑大钊教授陪同财政司司长离场，再次感谢司长的到来，为我们的今天的晚宴蓬荜生輝。謝謝，再次多謝司長今日嘅出席，令我哋今晚嘅晚宴呢係蓬荜生輝。好啦，接住落嚟呢，我哋即將要進行今晚嘅重點環節，就係專題嘅研討會。Now we will set the stage for the panel discussion. Tonight's panel will explore how emerging technologies such as AI and Web3 can turn fresh ideas into practical outcomes with lasting values in business. We have titled the discussion, Transforming Ideas into Impact, Harnessing AI and Web3 to advance innovations and excellence in business. And joining the discussion, we have honored to have three distinguished speakers for us to join us in the panel discussion, who will share their insight on how these technologies are already reshaping the business landscape. 那下面我们将会进行专题研讨环节，人工智能 AI 与 Web3， 他们现在正在以前所未有的速度重塑商业格局。而今晚的研讨会主题將會是將思維轉化為影響力，利用人工智能與 Web3 推動商業創新與卓越。馬上呢，我哋就會進行今晚嘅專題研討環節。人工智能同埋 Web3 呢，正係以前所未有嘅速度重塑商業格局。而今晚嘅主題就係將思維轉化為影響力，利用人工智能與 Web3 推動商業創新與卓越。我哋非常之榮幸咧，邀請到3位嘅嘉賓嚟到舞台上面，為我哋今次嘅研討會咧進行討論。Now, please join me to welcome our panelists on stage. Let's welcome Dr. He Xiaodong, Senior Vice President of JD.com. 掌聲歡迎京東集團高級副總裁何曉東博士。掌聲歡迎京東集團高級副總裁何曉東博士。有請，我們有請何博士可以先到台上就座。Next, we would like to invite Dr. Xiao Feng, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Hashkey Group. 掌聲歡迎 Hashkey 集團董事長兼首席執行官肖峰博士。我哋掌聲歡迎 HashKey 集團董事長兼首席執行官蕭峰博士。Next, I would like to invite Mr. Evan Yao, co-founder and vice president of marketing of Engine AI Robotics Technology Company Limited。掌声欢迎重骑机器人科技有限公司聯合創始人兼市場營銷副總裁姚啟源先生。歡迎中擎機器人科技有限公司聯合創始人兼市場營銷副總裁姚啟源先生。好啦，咁重要嘅環節咧，當然唔少得我哋嘅主持人啦。And our moderator, Professor Jimmy Jin, Associate Dean, External Relations and Development, Faculty of Business, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University。掌聲歡迎金教授，我們有請理大商學院副院長、外務及發展事務金融教授。我哋咧將呢個時間交俾理大商學院副院長、外務及發展事務金融教授為我哋主持以下嘅環節，有請。
Yeah, thank you, MC. Actually, we have one more member, as you can see that. We have a Robert here, who is also among our panelists. We will pass the time to the Robert. Yeah, please, come here and say hi to everyone. Okay, thank you. Yeah, actually, you know that our initial plan is that he will be the moderator, I will be the mouse substitute. But later, I proposed this idea to our panelists. Yeah, Evan told me that, do you know, hey buddy, do you know why I'm here, not our chairman? Because their chairman was kicked by the robot. Yeah, and that's why he thinks that it will be feel safer, I'm the moderator. And you know that after their chairman got kicked, and their valuation in the capital market got doubled. This is not a joke. Yeah. Okay, now let's get into our panel discussion. And thank you very much for coming today. And we have a wonderful night here. Yeah. And today we will focus on 3 themes that enforce one another and are reshaping business and management: AI, artificial intelligence, Web3, and our faculty mission idea: innovation-driven education and scholarship. AI drives a step change in intelligence and productivities, from generation to executions, from co-pilots to agents. Web3 rebuilds trusted collaborations and value networks, verified identities, assets, data rights, and settlement across different organizations. Innovation-driven education and scholarship is about turning insights into solutions and scalable impacts. As AI moves from taking to doing, trusted rules and infrastructure become essential for scaling innovations. There is where AI and Web3 intersect, and where robotics, embodied AI, can deliver value in the world. So today we have the great honor to have our three distinguished panelists, Dr. Xiao Feng, CEO and chairman of the HashKey Group, which is an industry leader in the Web3 and digital assets. Yeah, Dr. Xiao, welcome you. And the second panelist we have is Dr. Xiao Donghe, Senior Vice President of the Jingdong Group, who is an industry leader in the AI and the industry applications. And third, we have our Mr. Evan Yao, the co-founder and the Vice President of the Engine AI Robotics Technology. Yeah, we will proceed as 3 minutes intros, then 5 years outlooks, and finally a discussion on a deliverable within 1 year, collaborations that spark real innovations. I will close with a brief wrap up. Let's begin. 那我们就请肖博士先开始。对，那肖博士能不能请用3分钟时间简单介绍一下您自己，以及 HashKey 在 Web3 世界里的领域里的一个核心业务方向和定位？在您看来呢 ，HashKey 正在解决行业里面的哪些问题？例如合规进入啊、机构级的信任呐、链上资产上链和结算的基础设施等等。那我把时间交给您，谢谢肖总。
谢谢金教授。那 HashKey 我们是一家香港的上市公司。那么我们的主要业务有两条业务线。第一条业务线当然是我们的数字资产的交易。我们在香港、迪拜、百慕大都持有数字资产交易所的牌照。同时，我们在不同的6个不同的司法区域，我们一共持有13张不同的业务牌照。这是我们非常重要的一个业务。另外有一条呢，我们也在努力的建设金融基础设施，叫 blockchain， 基于区块链分布式账本上面的金融基础设施。我觉得整个的市场对 blockchain 作为金融基础设施的看法，相比较来说没有做很深入的一些探讨。我们只看见呢，像比特币、stablecoin 这些数字原生的或者是数字孪生的这些数字资产。这些数字资产之所以会有，是因为有一个新的金融基础设施，叫 blockchain 分布式账本等等这些。所以我们看见，其实以美国为例，我们看到不仅仅是 stablecoin 商业机构在做稳定币，同时美国的银行也在做存款代币化，在把银行的资金代币化。不管是稳定币还是存款代币化，其实做的都是一件事情，就是把货币代币化。那我们可以从金融市场的角度，我们可以把它看成是资金端的代币化。资金端上到区块链上，把它变成代币。但同时，我们刚刚在昨天，我们看见新闻 ，SEC 已经批准了纽约交易所和纳斯达克，在今年下半年可以推出股票的代币化交易，7024小时的代币化股票的交易。所以，股票的代币化、基金的代币化、债券的代币化，可以看成是资产端的代币化。资金端的代币化和资产端的代币化，可能在今年年底之前，就会形成一个基于 blockchain 这种新的金融市场基础设施之上的一个链上金融市场体系，会形成一个闭环。所以对 HashKey 来说，我们也是一样，我们有基于 Ethereum 的2层协议，是吧 ？HashKey blockchain 去为传统金融机构去把他们的业务搬到 blockchain 上，我们提供我们的基础设施的服务，同时我们也为各种各样的数字资产去提供发行和交易的服务，这是我们2个最主要的业务。
好的，谢谢肖博士。那 the next will be the Dr. He. I know you was a professor before and later get into the industry. Yeah, could you please take 3 minutes to introduce your role at Jingdong and your team's focus? And could you share Jingdong's core AI practice and outcomes across foundation models, supply chains, logistics, customer service, and risk control. In your view, what's the most critical management level to make AI truly deployable? Yeah.
First, thanks, Professor Jin, for your introduction. And it's a great opportunity, and really appreciate this opportunity to exchange some of my thoughts. In JD, at JD.com, probably many of you use JD.com for shopping, but at JD, I'm more in charge of the research of large language model and also the application development. So JD is actually a company around supply chain. So that's why we have the e-commerce, but also we have logistics. We are in charge of the delivery by ourselves. We also have finance, and we have JD Health, which is another company actually listed in Hong Kong as well. So in such a long business chain, I mean, we have so many business to deal with. So the first source of using AI is to improve the efficiency of our own business using AI technology. For example, we use AI technology. The most straightforward one is a chatbot to perform the customer service request. We have more than like 700 million users in China. So customer service is a big workload for us. And now we use chatbot technology to help to reduce labor force for this request. For example, we actually already save a lot in this. I'm probably not going to tell the number of employees we saved, but actually that actually happens. Yeah. Another thing actually we use a lot of the technology is for marketing and for sales. I'll give another example. We built a digital avatar for our co-founder, Richard Liu. That was in 2 years ago. I don't know how many of you have viewed that, but we pushed the avatar of Richard Liu online and do this live stream sales. You know, it's very popular in China. The live stream was viewed by more than 20 million people in his first show, and create about 50 million yuan of revenue, GMV, in just like less than an hour. And now we provide this live streaming service to more than almost like 100,000 of stores, even more than that in JD, and greatly increase the efficiency of live streaming sales. And also in logistics, we use AI to basically help to find the best location where we put the warehouse, for example. And also inside the warehouse, we deploy this robotics, like the robotic arm or the whole robotics, to perform the like how you pick up the products and things like that. We also use AI to deliver a so-called AI doctor to help people to use that. So that's all the things we can use, and everywhere we use it, and we try to really make sure it creates value rather than just show some research progress. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Very interesting insight. Evan, I know that your company is another representative of the AI, the embodied AI. So from the robotics embodied AI perspectives, would you please introduce your company, yourself, and Engine AI's product, direction, and technical roadmap? Yeah, are you focusing on more humanoid, mobile manipulation, and vertical specific goods? And what's your key differentiations? And what's the hardest barrier to scaling the deployment? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for Professor Jin for inviting me to be the panelist. It's a great honor to be here and to show the robots here. Of course, the Engineering AI is a manufacturing company for the humanoid robotics. So we can call it physical AI hardware. And we are founded in 2023 October. So now we are 2 years and a half, two and a half years company. And we are the most fast growing humanoid robotics company in this industry. We are grow from zero, few people to more than 300 people now. And we are one of the most, mass production humanoid robotics company in China so far.
And also the toughest.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we can see from the robot here.
So we are building a general purpose robots, and we wanted to have open source robots that also can deploy to a lot of the different scenario, in a lot of the business cases, in a lot of the use cases. So we have two different sites. The one you see is the PM01, is the short one, and we have the T800, the one who kicked the CEO, the chairman of the engineering, who's not able to present today. So Tong Yang. So that's the tall one, and we used that for the patrol system during the May festival in China, and the patrol was the special force. I mean, it's not in the military purpose use, but in the municipal civil use case. So the robots actually, we are thinking there is the most powerful physical AI hardware that can be massive deployment in the civilization, like during the last, the next 5 to 10 years. Everybody could have one in home. Everybody could have one to assist you work. And the business, no matter what kind of industry, definitely will need one for the duplicate or repetitive works. But how we get to engage with the business is we wanted to have the open source. It's just like the phone that we have all today. When you get the robots, the instant that you get a robot, the step is you have to download some applications from the App Store. So now we are building the App Store for different use case, and we are looking for all different applications, solution provider to help us. And by doing that, this is a great, a very hard challenge that we're facing is that we don't have enough data. The data is to teach the robots how to do the certain action, and it's called a VLA, or some people call it maybe the Dr. He knows there's a word model that people use. So we are debating a lot of internally and in the industry, the VLA to learn, lead the robots to do the action, and to let them to largely deploy to the massive production period, right? So this is something that we have still figure out. But we have thinking very, very short lead time. The robots can be a service. The robots can be a companionship purpose use case. The robots can be a patrol. For the T800s, it can be a security guard, and in a lot of the use case. Yeah.
Like now is a safeguard.
Yeah, this is a safeguard for us.
Here. Yeah, actually you must have seen my script, because my second question is that, what's your biggest challenge in the next 5 years? Yeah, maybe you name one besides the data issues. Any other big challenge?
I think another challenge is we have to find a balance because of the safety and all the regulation. I mean the privacy, right? So it's like the GDPR issued by the European market. We have to follow some of the standards.
Yep. And
the authority are making the standards more clear. But currently, there's no absolute standards for the human robotics, this industry. So even we have to file this FCC or the CE certification. So there's no actually very clear rule and the regulation to guide us and how to make a profit or maybe meet the criteria. So I think this is another challenge. So everybody on the same level. But we already took the step to make the robots onto the mass production. Last year, we sold 400 units. And this year, we probably get sold a few thousand units this year. So by the time that we sell more units to the market, I think this is time we have to obey the rule, obey the regulation, and follow the standards. And we have to align with all the authority to make clear, to make sure that all robot or product is safe enough, has a privacy control to all different data collection or the use case, the real scenario.
Wow, sounds like a very bright future. 那肖博士，那我想请教您一下，您觉得在 Web3 领域未来5年，您跟 HashKey 以及整个行业最大的挑战会是什么呢？
Web3 这个行业呢，正好我觉得是2025年开始进入了它的第2个发展阶段，或者说，我们叫做第2增长曲线。
对，
在这之前，从2009年1月份，比特币区块链正式上线，是吧？ 那到2025年，我们可以把它看成是我把它叫做 digital native， 就是数字原生的一个时代。因为有了区块链这样一个新的账本这样分布式记账的系统，因此呢，无中生有的出来了像比特币啊、ETH 啊这样一些数字资产。但是从2025年开始，我们看见的是另外一个潮流，这个潮流就是所谓的 digital twins， 数字孪生的东西，就现实世界里面已经存在的这些金融资产也好，或者实物资产也好，开始呢把它放到区块链上，把它代币化。这是我相信这是未来10年的一个巨大的增长机会，也是整个 Web3 blockchain 它的一个第2增长曲线。HashKey 我们本身就是我们在香港，在其他司法区域持牌合规受监管来从事这个业务，因此我们的优势或者我们的长处就自然是服务这些数字孪生，这 digital twins 的这些东西，是吧？所以这对我们来说是我们一个巨大的一个市场机会。
那我追问个问题啊，肖博士，如果今天你有机会跟京东的 AI 和我们的那个重型的机器人合作，你会优先考虑哪些结合点？把 Web3 的可信机制、代币化机制如何转化成可以衡量的商业化的价值呢？
好，对，其实在我看来 ，AI 和 Web3 是一个事物的2面，我认为是一个事物的2面。那是我可以说2个事情，最简单的一个最容易理解的事情 ，AI agent 包括机器人，它的支付系统可能很难在现在银行账户体系之下来完成，因为一个 AI agent 或者说一个具身智能的像机器人，它去调用别人的 API 的时候，可能你支付的是一个非常微小的一笔支付，并且这笔支付它必须实时的被确认到账，因为你调用 API 去收某个数据的时候，你不可能说，哎，我从银行给你汇了钱了，汇了5分钱。银行体系，如果你频繁的一个机器或者一个 AI 去付5分钱去调用某一个 API，那个银行系统根本不能支持，因为它每运转一次它的成本就不够，你只能是基于 blockchain 这种用数字货币，比如说用稳定币来做的支付，因为这个支付系统可以小到小数点后面3位数、4位数，不会有成本的问题，并且它是一个实时到账，所以这是当然是一方面，我相信这是AI 和 blockchain 它一定会结合在一块的。另外一个，其实我们看到一个非常非常有趣的现象 ，AI 也在讲 token， 对，其实区块链从09年开始也叫 token， 对，这2个 token，AI 的 token 和 blockchain 的 token， 我一直在想，这有没有关系呢？其实有关系。这2个 token， 因为 AI 的 token 是把信息单位、把数据拆解到最小单位，把它拆解到最小单位是为了让机器能够读懂。词源，你把它中文叫词源也好，英文叫 token 也好，是吧？你是把一个信息单位拆到最小，拆到最小是为了让机器能读懂。其实 blockchain 就 Web3 的 token， 它也是在把什么呢？它在把价值单位拆细到最小，拆细到最小也是为了让机器能够用它，因为所有的代币化的货币或者代币化的资产，都因为可以代币化，所以它可以被编程，可以把钱放在智能合约里面，通过把它变成一个计算机程序，让这些钱可以自动的被支付。这也是机器在用， 我们现在的美元也好，港币也好，人民币也好，是机器是不能用的 ，AI 是不能用的。但是你变成稳定币，变成银行的代币化的存款，机器就可以使用。就都是为了让机器能够使用，所以我们需要把信息单位拆到最小变成 token， 也需要把价值单位拆到最小变成 token。所以我相信这是这是一个问题的两面，是一体两面的事情。
在我们的专题嘉宾在继续分享以前，我也想邀请我们在座所有的朋友们，可以把您的注意力继续集中在我们舞台上面，因为我们今天非常难得可以邀请到多位重要的嘉宾来到我们当中为我们分享，也请大家以热烈掌聲再次感謝我們台上的嘉賓，也請各位繼續把您的注意力集中在我們的舞台上。咁請大家咧係回座，亦都繼續咧將你嘅注意力集中喺我哋舞台上面，因為我哋今日非常之難得可以邀請到咁多位重要嘅嘉賓為我哋進行呢個專題嘅演講。咁我繼續將時間交俾金教授。
謝謝主持人。Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, maybe Dr. He, let's discuss something about challenge and opportunities in the future. Yeah, what's the biggest opportunity you can see if you want to collaborate with Engine AI in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think it's too. Yeah, I think I'm lucky to hear a lot of interesting and insightful discussion already. So from my point of view, I think in the next 5 years, we definitely will move from the digital world to the physical world, and we're moving AI from the digital world to the physical world as well. So nowadays, people talk about embodied AI. It's still at the very beginning, I would say, how to make a robot which can move, can operate, can manipulate. But still, in the future, we want the robot to can really understand the world, can kind of like have a sense how this world will become or evolve. And given this sense, given this ability, the robot will operate better or even more fluent in this real world. And that's actually, in the real world, AGI is one thing actually we are expecting. I hope maybe we'll see maybe the real world AGI in the next 5 years. That's actually will be a big thing. And this is also heavily related to JD's business. Because in JD, actually we position ourselves as the biggest operation company in the physical world. That's actually one of the new view of ourselves. Recently we discussed a lot because we start from supply chain and we have our own delivery system, logistics system. And in the future, we believe even just in JD, we need more than 50 million robotics running, operate in our company. And that's behind, I mean, there's so many other companies as well. So we believe there's a huge market for robots as well. And also look forward, I also like to echo another view just Dr. Shaw just said. I mean, both the AI and the Web3 take the concept token as a foundation of these two systems. It is not by accident, it's not by coincidence. The basic reason is like, the value of a token is endorsed by the competition behind that. And the competition also endorsed by the electricity power behind that. So there's real value behind every small token, both in Web3 and in AI. And this actually creates a new value system, which can help us in this new AI native world, how we exchange wealth, exchange information, exchange data, exchange computation. So let's maybe well form as a new currency. I hope, or maybe it's going to become true. Token is like a new currency in the AI native world, just like maybe token in the Web3. And this new currency maybe hopefully makes the AI world more efficient. Also makes the new physical AI world more efficient. That's what I'm expecting. I'm looking forward.
Okay, thank you, Dr. He. Yeah, across Web3, AI, and robotics, today's discussion points to one shared conclusion. The next era of competition is about integrated system. Yeah, intelligence, trust, and execution in real-world scenarios. AI moves from understanding to action. Robotics delivers in the physical world. And the Web3 provides trusted rules, settlement, and auditability across organizations. Yeah, this also reflects our faculty mission, innovation-driven education, and scholarship. Real innovation is not about showcasing technology, but embedding it into business, providing values through measurable outcomes, and scaling it with governance. Thank you again to our panelists, Dr. Feng Xiao, Dr. Xiaodong He, and Mr. Evan Yao. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to our panelists on stage and our moderator, Professor Jin. Let's have a group picture on stage. And our robots. Yep, our robots, please join us on stage. And Professor Cheng, please join us on stage. 我们再次感谢我们各位的特别嘉宾，还有金教授为我们主持了这一场特别有意义的 panel discussion， 我们的专题演讲。现在也请郑教授来到台上跟我们的嘉宾合影。And also our special guests, our robots. Let's give a round of applause to all of our panelists and also our special guest, a robot, join us for the group picture. 那现在呢，我们再次有请各位的嘉宾，还有郑大钊教授，还有我们的特別嘉賓，我們的機器人，也一起來到舞台上面跟我們合影一張。咁今日咧非常之開心啊！我哋有多位嘅嘉賓嚟到台上同我哋分享，再次用掌聲感謝大家，亦都邀請鄭教授同埋我哋嘅特別嘉賓，我哋嘅機器人咧一齊影一張嘅合照，多謝晒大家。Thank you all of our panelists and please be seated. 謝謝，謝謝我們各位特別的嘉賓來到台上，請各位可以先行回座。多謝晒我哋咁多位嘉賓精彩嘅分享，亦都邀請大家可以先行就座。Thank you so much for our panelists for an engaging discussion and sharing their thoughtful perspective on how AI and Web3 are reshaping business around us. And now we are going to invite a very important person to share his congratulatory remarks with us. 咁接住落嚟咧，我哋有一位非常重要嘅嘉賓要為我哋致賀詞嘅。咁所以呢個時間咧，都邀請我哋全場所有嘅朋友可以先行回座。亦都將我哋嘅注意力咧，再次集中喺舞台上面，因為我哋呢一位非常重要嘅嘉賓咧，將會喺我哋30週年致慶呢個咁重要嘅時刻，為我哋致賀詞嘅。再次邀請我們全場所有嘉賓可以先行回座，因為接下來我們有一位非常重要的人物將要來到舞台上面為我們致賀詞。好啦，請大家咧先就座，亦都保持安靜，讓我哋用掌聲同埋歡呼聲咧迎接呢位咁重要嘅嘉賓。To continue our celebration, let's welcome Engineer Professor T.C. Edwin Cheng, Dean of the PolyU Business School and Feng Yu King, Wing Hang Bank Professor in Business Administration, to deliver his congratulatory remarks. 我哋掌聲同埋歡呼聲。有請理大商學院院長馮耀經永亨銀行工商管理教授鄭大超教授為我哋致賀詞，把時間交給鄭教授。
謝謝。First, a warm welcome to this party. I'm sure most of you will be hungry. Yet, my speech is a bit longer than usual. So bear with me for a while, because I do have a few interesting things to share with you. Thank you for your patience. Distinguished guests, alumni, faculty, and friends, good evening. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to this special occasion as we celebrate a defining milestone, the 30th anniversary of the Doctor of Business Administration program at PolyU. When the DBA was launched in 1996, it was a bold and forward-looking initiative, one of the earliest professional doctorates in business in the region. From the outset, the vision was clear: to create a program that bridges academic research and practical leadership, equipping executives not only with advanced knowledge, but also with the ability to apply that knowledge to real-world challenges. 30 years on, this vision has not only endured, it has flourished. The DBA has become a cornerstone of PolyU Business School, shaping generations of leaders and advancing impactful scholarship across Hong Kong and beyond. Each of you here tonight is part of the journey. Your presence reflects the strength and vibrancy of our DBA community. The success of this program is a collective achievement built on the dedication of our faculty and staff, the accomplishments of our alumni, and the support of our partners. At its heart, the DBA is about cultivating scholar leaders, individuals who combine intellectual rigor with practical insight to drive meaningful change in their organization and in society. To further this mission, PolyU Business School has progressively expanded its portfolio of professional doctorates to meet the evolving needs of business leaders and organizations. Alongside the DBA, we offer the DBA in Chinese, supplemented with English, Doctor of Business AI, Doctor of Business Management, Doctor of FinTech, and Doctor of Management. These programs reflect our commitment to our IDEAS mission, where IDEAS stands for Innovation-Driven Education and Scholarship, while advancing our vision of being a world-leading business school. Well, I just note that we have alumni and students from these programs among our guests today. May I invite those of you from these programs to kindly wave your hands. It's over there. Okay. Now, our alumni in particular are a source of immense pride. They span a wide range of industries and geographies, carrying forward the PolyU spirit of innovation, resilience, and excellence. The DBA is more than a degree. It is a lifelong commitment to creating impact. Among our many distinguished alumni, allow me to highlight a few who exemplify the breadth and impact of the DBA community across sectors. In the business and professional domain, Dr. Liu Jun from the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China represents the leadership at the highest levels of international banking and finance. Dr. Danny Po, our Vice Chairman of the DBA Alumni Association, continues to contribute actively to the accounting profession and our alumni community. Dr. Alex Wong of Kingsclear International, a university fellow, exemplifies entrepreneurial vision and distinguished business leadership. We are equally proud to count among our graduates scholar leaders in public service, regulation, and innovation. Dr. Rocky Chen is driving innovation and technology development at Hong Kong Cyberport, supporting the growth of the digital economy. Dr. The Honourable Webster Ng contributes to policy development and governance in the accounting profession in his capacity as Legislative Councillor, while Dr. Kevin Wong of the Securities and Futures Commission plays a pivotal role in strengthening and safeguarding Hong Kong's financial markets. Together, they reflect the diversity, influence, and enduring impact of our DBA graduates across industries, sectors, and regions. So I must emphasize that all of our DBA alumni are scholar leaders. The above named persons, just a small sample of our broader DBA community, selected to illustrate the impactful contribution they have been making to different sectors of society. Now, beyond the achievements of our alumni, the intellectual contributions of the PolyU DBA are equally significant. Our doctoral research is firmly grounded in real-world challenges and continues to generate insights that are highly relevant to today's rapidly evolving business landscape. Recent award-winning theses have explored critical themes such as strengthening supply chain resilience in the era of Industry 4.0, advancing sustainable finance through fintech-enabled green bond development, and identifying the key success factors for enterprise artificial intelligence service providers. These works reflect both academic rigor and a deep engagement with emerging trends that are reshaping industries. They demonstrate how DBA research translates ideas into actionable impact, informing business practice, supporting innovation, and addressing some of the most pressing challenges facing organizations today. The strength of our DBA program is closely tied to the broader achievements of PolyU Business School. The school has attained distinguished international recognition across multiple dimensions in the latest global rankings. Notably, the Shanghai Global Ranking of Academic Subjects 2024-25 places us first worldwide in management, highlighting our leadership in this field. Our strong global standing is further reflected in major international league tables. In the Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2026, we are ranked 25th in business and economics, while the QS World University Ranking placed us 36th in marketing in the same year. These achievements reflect the strength of our faculty, the quality of our research, and the impact of our programs, including the DBA, of course. They also reinforce our commitment to excellence in both scholarship and practice, which continue to guide the evolution of the program. As we celebrate this milestone, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of the DBA program, to our administrative staff for their professionalism and tireless support, to our alumni for sustaining the program's reputation through their achievements, and to our partners and supporters for their continued trust and collaboration. It is this collective effort that has sustained us for 30 years and will carry us forward. Looking ahead, the next 30 years will bring new challenges and opportunities. Technological achievement, advancement, globalization, and societal change will continue to reshape the business landscape. Yet, I'm confident that the PolyU DBA will remain at the forefront, integrating cutting-edge research with practice and equipping our graduates to lead with insight, responsibility, and impact. Tonight, as we honor our past and look into the future, let us celebrate not only what we have achieved, but also what lies ahead. I am certain that the next chapter of the PolyU DBA will be even more impactful and stronger. May the next 30 years be as inspiring and successful as the first. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ching. Thank you for your remarks. Thank you.
I have some final note to say. This event would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of our administrative team, led by our faculty secretary, Dr. Louisa Yam. They worked day and night to prepare for this event. We are truly grateful to the team's commitment and support. Thank you for everything you do. Please join me in giving them a big hand.
Thank you, Professor Cheng, for your remarks and your contribution to PolyU Business School. 再次感謝鄭教授嘅致辭，也感謝他一直為理大商學院嘅付出。我哋再一次多謝鄭教授嘅支持，亦都多謝佢一直以嚟對理大商學院嘅貢獻，亦都謝大家嘅掌聲啦，送俾我哋咁多位嘅同事好嘛？Let's give a round of applause to all of our colleagues who work very hard for our events tonight， 也感谢我们各位的同事为我们今晚的晚宴做出的准备。Now, that's what you're long looking for. Let's continue our celebration over the dinner. Let's start the first course and bon appetit. 我们的晚宴正式開始，請各位享用我們為大家準備的佳肴。咁我哋今晚嘅晚宴正式開始，請大家慢慢享用我哋今晚嘅晚宴。我哋轉頭再見。
DBA Happy Anniversary. DBA Happy Anniversary. DBA Happy Anniversary. DBA 30周年萬歲
Happy anniversary to DBA.
DBA Happy Anniversary from 2015 cohort.
DBA Happy 30th Anniversary.
DBA Happy anniversary.
DBA Happy Anniversary.
2017 DBA cohort 祝賀理工大學 DBA 課程成立30週年，薪火相傳，再創輝煌。
DBA Happy anniversary.
DBA Happy Anniversary.
Yeah! Happy Anniversary!
DBA Happy Anniversary!
DBA Happy Anniversary! DBA Happy Anniversary!
DBA 30th周年万岁
Happy anniversary to DBA.
DBA Happy Anniversary from 2015 forward.
DBA Happy 30th Anniversary!
DBA Happy anniversary.
DBA Happy Anniversary.
2017 DBA Keynote 祝賀理工大學 DBA 課程成立30週年，薪火相傳，再創輝煌。
DBA Happy anniversary.
DBA Happy Anniversary. Yeah!